So I wanted to take a second to describe how this module is going to be structured, and not just this module, but really the remainder of this course. So for the remainder of the course, we're going to be looking at the 4 different sectors that instructional designers work in, that being the nonprofit sector, corporate, healthcare, and consulting. So the idea behind this is that you can really sink your teeth into understanding these different areas, some of the similarities and differences between the two, and where you might fit in, what you might have an interest in, and where you might want to direct your career in the future. I want to say first that these differences or these sectors are kind of arbitrary. There's going to be a lot of crossover between them. So for example, you might work in corporate, but it might bleed over into healthcare. You might be in higher education, but you might be doing trainings for a business department that look like corporate trainings. So these aren't hard and fast divisions, but I think they're going to help you to understand better the instructional design field as a whole. So each of these different sectors we're going to spend 3 modules on. And within these modules, you're going to start seeing a pattern of the same activities and events within these different modules for each of the 4 different sectors. So the first module that we're going to the first sector that we're going to look at is the nonprofit sector. And really, that's the one that is nearest and dearest to my heart, because that is where I've spent the majority of my career in higher education. So a lot of times when people say nonprofit sector, you think of, or one might think of, community action groups, churches, things of that nature. But really, we need to kind of expand our thinking about that and look at, local, state, and federal governments as well, and the host of opportunities within those. So, law enforcement for local trainings or local instructional design, for on the state level, jobs and family services, things of that nature. And then of course federal, you have things like the FBI, CIA, and all the numerous different federal organizations. And also we have our educational structure within those different government agencies. So we have our K through 12 and our higher education structures, and that's where I've spent a good bit of my career and where we all are now. So the nonprofit sector really is a vast area, and you're going to be reading more about that over these next 3 modules, and really investigating what instructional designers do in this giant area of nonprofit. So without further ado, I'll let you get to your reading and get back to taking care of the tasks for this module. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to post them to the discussion board, and I will be sure to get on and answer those. So good luck, and talk to you soon.